cookies. You know what I'm saying? I
Brother
did go like,
Shaka,
oh, yeah.
let me say this before I go. You are one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. Why? Because he has been listening for a long time, and when you say something, he's going to say, "Wait, but you said this on this day. Here's the video."
And he's going to have the documentation.
He is one of the most dangerous brothers in our community. And so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that Soneta's audience now knows about you. He was talking to me about Shaka. I thought he was talking about Shaka almost for a second. Because Soneta love him some Shaka Maat forever. So I'm just honored that now we have a more global. I know Rob Moore was kind of making a joke, but he was also making a comment. The reality is that this internet is going to allow Africans all over the world to connect on our interest, and that is powerful. That is powerful.
Yes.
I'm honored to be on. I promise I will communicate with you. I'm watching your shows ardently, Shaka. So whenever you would like me to come and chat with you privately or publicly, please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hotep Senu Hena Senut I Tiren Ishak and Gukemeta. I hope you're doing well. The title of this live stream is Black Egypt Demonstration Beats Conversation. Now, I've used the term Black Egypt because Chifek uses it. Okay. I did a quick live stream addressing the live stream he made about me. I did not play a single second of his stream. He went live for 1 hour. He said that he debunked me, that I was debunked. That's in this title. He put my name, my channel name. And the funny thing is that he did not debunk Jack. Did you see him showing something that I read, that I wrote and refuting him? Did you see him playing something that I said and refuting him? They are so hurt. Now, he went from denying Black ancient Egyptians, and now he wants to talk about hair. Let me check the sound quality. Hold on. Sounds good on my end. Now, the link to get on the panel is right here. Okay. Donnie Williams is in the place to be. So, I have tagged the people that were on his chat. I have tagged the people who left comments. Once again, not all of them, but the majority of them, so they know what's up, right? When I showed this to Chief X, he didn't know. Many people don't know, right? JTV is in the place to be, our brother from England. And you heard him say, oh, but if you show me 10 like these, then we can talk. So, all you Chief X followers, where are you? Get on the panel now. Chief X followers are a bunch of cowards, lames, and fools. Where are you? The link is right here. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. They are hurt. They are in pain. They are in pain. So they will dialogue with some people who are not familiar with the artifacts. But they don't see me on Cheffen's panel. They are hurt. They are in pain. All you Chief X followers, I know the majority of you are cowards. Well, you are welcome in the chat. The chat is open to subscribers. It doesn't cost a thing. Go ahead and tell us that those are not black people. Go ahead now. Chief X has been tagged too. You can come, Chief X. You can get on the panel. Now they want to argue about hair. Well, come and make your arguments about hair. Feel free. Where are you? Chief X hiding under the bed. Chief X followers, where are you? They are liver than the mofo in the chat. They are liver than the mofo in comments. Here I am. The link is right there. It's pinned. It remains at the top in the chat. Where are you? You are a bunch of cowards. Armchair philosopher, Egyptology 7, all you peeps hiding, running, pseudos, lames, denying reality. You're not living in the real world. Amazingly, the NASA scientist who said that the ancient Egyptians were black Africans, why don't you call him a blackologist? Why? Are you guys white supremacists? Let me share the video. It's a new day. You must be joking. Let me share this. NASA scientist. There it is. NASA scientist Dr. Thomas G. Brophy, PhD in physics, said the ancient Egyptians were black. Here's the link. Why don't you guys say that he's a blackologist? You guys are like Wujau. Wujau is using blackologists towards black people, but he doesn't use that towards white people. Some of you are Freemasons. Some of you are part of other groups. You're getting smacked in the bum. You do other stuff. But when it's time to get real, you guys are nowhere to be seen. You guys are on the chat of pseudos. You guys are in the comment section of the pseudos. But here I am, ready for the smoke, ready for the dialogue, and you are nowhere to be seen. It's a new day. You did your time. Why don't you call this NASA scientist a blackologist? You bunch of fools. Here. Demonstration beats conversation. Is that a Caucasian? Now the references are at the bottom. You know, those are not Google pictures. British Museum. Where are you? Come on now, Chief X. You're showing to the world once again that you are a runner. Scared. All you Chief X followers are a bunch of coward groupies, scared. Not ready, not prepared. Anonymous and unidentified. Holler at me. Where are you? Thank you for showing to the whole world that you are a bunch of lames, of scared pseudos who have negative words only towards black people. Is that a Caucasian right here in the middle? Are those Caucasian women? Where are you? I'm gonna wait. Are those Caucasian people? British Museum. Hmm? Ebamoon. His wife behind him. Their daughter. British Museum. Dear British Museum, Book of the Dead of Nacht, Peret Emheru. Look at this. Nacht and his wife. Are those Caucasians? Where are you? Chief X and your followers, where are you? JTV wrote they need glasses and they need a brain too. They are brainless. Okay, let's say they are senseless. They don't make sense. Hiding, running. Where are you guys? JTV wrote ducking under the computer desk, shaking like a leaf. Oh my goodness. Right there. Book of Nacht. Chief X, send somebody because you're scared. Send somebody. At least you guys can save face as a group. At least you can say, okay, somebody showed up. Oh my goodness. You guys are a bunch of clowns. You guys are a bunch of fools. Scared. Scared. My goodness. Primary school students have more heart than you guys. People in primary school have more heart than Chief X and his followers. Are those Caucasian people? TV wrote, well, now that brain will be useful, it may be dangerous. They will have to think for once. Black, 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 like my bottom. Chief X. Chief X followers. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you don't want to talk about the hair now, do you? Oh my goodness. Dang. Are those Caucasians? Are those Caucasians? I mean, look at the breast area. Look at the breast area. Now, hold on, hold on. You guys were talking about crowns, right? Is this person here, is this child wearing a crown? Run faster than Usain Bolt. And let me just show you. Is it sharing? Share. Show you who I tagged. That 12 minutes ago. See that? Chief X, Washanda, Armchair Philosopher, Egyptology 7, Blasian King, Olorisha Creole, Og the Goat, Daryl, McKinney, Sha'el, 901 Magnificent. What is it? Nelum Bonu Sifera, Freedom TV, Studio Bassa, First Name BR, Calvin Rump, Gamal Nasser TV. He was crying and saying that I blocked him. I tagged these other account too. Marok Jim, ST3019, Anika H, Kanan 7. Where you at? Where are you? Dang, is that a Caucasian? Are those Caucasians? Those, are they wearing crowns? Then here working. Are they wearing crowns? My goodness, you guys are so lame. You guys are an embarrassment. My goodness. ATV rode faster than track fell zippy dung. Is that a Caucasian? Come on now. Where are you? Is that a Caucasian right there? Yo, Egizio, Turin. Dang. Torino, Italia. Tomb of Shemes. Where are you guys? Oh my goodness. Look at this. Are they all wearing crowns? My goodness. This is embarrassing. Do they have crowns on their head? Do they have crowns on their head? Do they have crowns on their head? Portugal, Belgium, those people on the boat, are they all wearing crowns? Are they Caucasians? Belgium, model of a scribe. Is this scribe wearing a crown? Denmark, tomb of Wajet Hotep. Are they all wearing crowns? Look at those people. Commoners, workers, are they wearing crowns? Are they Caucasians? Louvre Museum, Paris, France. Is that a Caucasian? Around 2400 to 2200 BC, end of the Old Kingdom. At the reference at the bottom right corner. So, loading right now. Chief X went live for an hour. obviously my name to get views, get attention. I don't mind him doing that. But for him to put debunk on the title, and he did not debunk me about anything at all, that's sad. I'm waiting for you guys. Thank you for showing the world that you are weak, that you are cowards, that you are lame, that you are pseudos, that you are butt kisses, that you are groupies. My goodness, I can't believe it. All those people on the screen have the references. It's not Google scholarship. Chief X and your followers, where you guys at? I'm waiting to have time. You guys want to talk about hair? Feel free. Be my guest. Guys, talk among each other. Hype themselves within their own circles. Chief X ran from me. It's a matter of public record. What did he debunk? If he debunked anything, he debunked himself. You guys are lame. You guys can't do what I do. Majority of Chief X followers are anonymous and unidentified cowards. And for those who are not, they will not let somebody holler on their platform. Here is the link. I'm waiting. Thank you. I am thanking you, Chief X and his followers, for showing the whole world how lame and weak you guys are. I have time. No denying. You guys are pitiful. Full of so-called smoke and energy in the chat, in the comments. You want to go against these artifacts? Why don't you guys call those museums curators, blackologists? Why don't you call that author a blackologist? You have his name. I showed the pictures earlier. The Book of Nacht. Abdel Ghaffar Shedid. Why don't you call him a blackologist? Matthias Seidel. Why don't you call them too blackologists? You guys are pitiful. Are you guys followers of the Riparianites or Wujau? Wujau got that work already. Then he disappeared for, like he said, about 2 years. Over a year for sure, but you know, about 2 years. It's a new day now. You guys better watch what you say. Chief X and his followers, you are only making a fool of yourself. That's all you are doing. Thank you. It's a new day. Now, remember, all you need to do when you come across Chief X and his followers, all you need to do is to show those artifacts that I have shown. You don't even have to play my video. You have the references of these artifacts. You have the names of the museums or the books. For the museums, you have the inventory numbers or museum numbers. As a matter of fact, you even have the link at the bottom of the page. That's all you need to do. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. Demonstration beats conversation. Now, for the record, recently a PhD also ran from this topic, this issue, and he brought that up. He brought that topic. He made a video about it, right? He has a doctorate degree in Egyptology. And he spoke sideways. But deal. He did. So if you have some PhDs running away from this issue, what do you think Chief X is going to do? Here is the link. First, you have his name, his YouTube username. Here's another video. Dr. Stuart Tyson Smith. He said the ancient Egyptians were black. Why Chief X and Wujau do not call him a blackologist? Andrew Abundant is in the place to be. Here's the link in the chat. It's so messy and messed up for them to use this term towards black people, but not towards the NASA scientists, not towards that PhD. Of the username of the PhD, I'm just looking for his name. There it is. I told him he was welcome to dialogue. He ran. He tried to intimidate me, threatening me with legal action. I haven't heard from him since. Here you have his government name. He has a doctorate degree in Egyptology. Here he is. It's a matter of public record. I've let him know about the previous live stream that I shared. That one there. When he was dishonest about Dr. Sheikh Antadia. He saw it, then he tried to intimidate me, threatening me with legal action. And I told him, hey, you can dialogue. So where are you, Chief X? Followers of Chief X, where are you guys? So Chief X went live for an hour. I've been live for 29 minutes. I have another half an hour to go. Thank you for showing that you guys are no show. You guys are cowards, hiding, lames, pseudos, hypocrites. Oh yes, you use the term blackologists for black people, but not for white people who say the same thing that we are saying. Hey TV brother, how you doing?
Yes, bro. How are you, man? I was wondering. Yeah. I was wondering if you've ever seen the film Blazing Saddles.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh no. Well, there's a part where they're trying to capture, say, like a bad guy. So that one of them dresses up as a mail courier, and he says, "Telegram for Mongo, telegram for Mongo," and then Mongo accepts the parcel, and then the courier rushes off, and when he opens the parcel, there's like a bomb inside, and it blows up in his face. I mean, I don't know what the aim is, or what are they trying to achieve by saying that the ancient Egyptians are white and stuff like that. The only comparison I can make of it, I have a good friend and he's a Christian, you know, and he said to me, you know, at the time I was pushing an agenda that Jesus was black, and he's a white guy, but he's mixed race. Put it this way, his mother is Brazilian and his father is from Ireland. So he said to me, he got very frustrated, and he said, "Jade, what does it matter what color he is?" And that's when I stopped and thought to myself, that's quite right, because it doesn't matter if he's whatever color he still is who he said he is. But here we have so much evidence, and it's just, I just have to wonder what is going to be achieved by their mission. And you know, and great work, Shaka. I'm gonna mute out because I love seeing your evidence. You know, it's just wonderful, and this is how it must be done. And also, you know, the way you carry yourself, Shaka, is really good. You know, it's something to appreciate, and I always appreciate you. And just keep up the good work, you know.
Well, I have half an hour to go. Chief X and his followers in tears, crying right now. They're probably on the phone. Okay, you want to go? Go. You have a go. No, I don't want to go. I'm scared. You go. The nerves of them to call us psychologists. The nerves.
They're ducking. They're under the computer table, shaking like a leaf. I mean, you know, goodness. I mean, as you said, you're right. Because if you really truly believe something and you have your evidence, you would go anywhere, and also that would empower you. But it's just showing you how ridiculous the claims are.
It is ridiculous, and they are ridiculous. Chief X and his followers are ridiculous, and I'm glad to show that I tagged them. And for the record, some of them may want to be like, "Oh yeah, but you know, I was busy that day." Hey, anytime, you guys are lame cowards. See, once again, that painting of Amenhotep III, I showed it to Chief X a year ago, and it took him 1 year to act like he's debunking me, and he's talking about hair, talking about crown. Did he even say the name of the crown that Amenhotep III is wearing on that painting? This dude was talking about Nemesis crown. What's next? Genesis crown? You guys are beautiful. You guys are pitiful.
He may even draw for the Queen Elizabeth's crown, the crown jewels, maybe.
We're gonna hear it all. We're gonna hear it all. They know what's up. They know what time it is. They know. Shaka Ndugu Kemet, Maat forever. They know what time it is. When they hear my name, when they see my name, they run and they shake. They only have a little bit of strength when it's time to be in the chat and in the comment section with fellow pseudos who think like them. But they know damn well that they have no heart, no courage, no integrity, no dignity. Otherwise, they would have hit that link and got on the panel right now. because some of them want to talk about DNA. Feel free and come and tell us about DNA. You guys knows that you guys know that you are fools. You know better. You want to talk about hair and DNA? Come here. Tell us. Those are Caucasians? Feel free, brother.
Well, I mean, if that is a Caucasian, I need my eyes tested. I mean, I need my eyes tested. I'll have to take my eyeballs out and maybe put them in some bleach and leave them there to stay for about 2 weeks, and then put them back in, and hopefully I can see properly then. I mean, you know, you just can't make it up. I mean, what part of this shows anything Caucasian? Not even dress sense, not even artwork, not even the, you know, the style of the sculpturing. It's just not found anywhere in the Western art, not found in the Western world. The I'm looking at it on my TV now. Wonderful to see on this big screen, and you know, they're all black. They've even put afros on them. But I'm sure Chief X must know some white people with large afro styles, you know. And I mean, is he gonna say that the ones with the white, if you see at the bottom of the
right.
Yeah, the bottom right.
Yeah,
so he's maybe gonna say that they're, you know, yeah, they're this white body.
Oh, they have gray hair. Chief X.
I quite like his voice though, Shaka. I do enjoy his voice. That's the only thing. I just can't take him seriously. But the only thing that saves him for me, I just can't take him seriously. But his voice, he just sounds like a cartoon character. But he's been doing this for a long time, and you've just been giving so much evidence. I mean, look, Shaka, I'm fair. If he brought some evidence and, you know, fair play. But I can't see what he sees. I just cannot see what he sees, you know.
You know, what's the sentence again? Some people say getting where you're feeling, but I forgot the same. But you know, it's like-minded people who are like-minded, who are pseudos like Chief X, who are cowards like Chief X. They are happy to be around each other. You know what I'm saying?
I have one.
So whenever he's live, yeah, feel free.
No, sorry, birds of a feather flock together.
Flock together, yeah, there it is. Thank you. Birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? So birds of the pseudos, Chief X and his crew, Chief X and his team, they flock together. And I want to thank you, Chief X and his followers, for showing to the world that you guys are scared, coward, pseudos. You don't show up. You don't live in the real world. You live in the chat and comment world. Anonymous, unidentified, lame, coward, pseudos, nonsense, spilling cats. And probably they are females with male usernames. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You know, you just before I go, yes, you're 100% right, and our community is so far behind, and we're going even further behind. We're using all our time and energy on things that makes no sense. And the achievement, the goal, I can't see what it is. We have a great civilization that we must embrace, and they're trying to rob it from us. But now it seems like we're trying to give it to them on a plate. You know, they've been trying for a long time, and they've been trying, and they failed miserably. Ancient Egypt is black. The greatest civilization known to man, and that is it. That is it, and it's something that we should all be proud of, and it should accelerate our our thinking, our our discipline, and I mean they would be shocked. I think they would be very shocked and very saddened. I think our ancestors are really, and I think that's why we don't really get nowhere as a people, because no matter how one and two of us, we need unification. But they would be shamed to know what we have become. I know we've been through tumultuous times. I understand that as a people, and I know that the effect is still here. But right now, with all the resources we have, we're moving backwards, you know, and people are moving forward, and it's just a shame to see, Shaka. You know, we're a lovely people, and we've brought lots to the world, and many of the things that we say we look at to say, right, it's a great thing. We were probably the ones that actually invented these things. We're the ones that taught the Europeans all these things, and they've used it, and they're doing what they're doing. Then the thing is, what I find with the Europeans, they don't like each other either. But you would never hear them coming out with these sort of things. The same thing with the Chinese or the Indians. It just seems to be something that we do, and it's really disheartening, you know. It really does pain my heart to see it, to be honest, you know, because they're all my brothers and sisters, and I just can't see where we're going with this. But I always have to show appreciation to you, and the ancestors are going to bless you, and nature going to bless you, Shaka, you know, and my blessings to you, you know, and thank you for all your hard work, because if it wasn't for yourself, you imagine how many of these blind people would be around. I mean, it would be a catastrophe if they were driving. I mean, would you get in a car with one of them? I mean, I wouldn't get in a vehicle with any of them. And if sorry.
You know, brother. No, I'm sorry. I thought you had finished. Go ahead. Feel free, brother. Feel free. I was gonna say, Ujau talks about red. Now, we just seeing those people on the screen. Are they painted red? I mean, how ridiculous can some people be? Agenda.
Exactly. You know, you said the red. Sorry to cut you. So sorry, Chaka. So sorry. I'm so sorry. You know, you showed a picture. And I was in the chat, but at the time I was kind of resting, so I couldn't come up online, come up on the live. But you showed a picture of a boat and ebony men, and you could see that the wood that they had for the boat was a different shade. I don't know if you could get that one up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir. It's a wonderful depiction, and you know, it would have been so nice if we were talking about the actual sculpturing and the artisan and all the skillfulness and the beautiness of the artwork, and here we are talking about the color of skin, you know. So that one is definitely not a red. It's and red, the color brown is made up of red. It's red and yellow and a touch of black. That's how you get the color brown. Look at these wonderful pictures. You see?
Here we can see, but there's some others. Like here, I don't know if it's the one you were.
Yeah, there's one with there's a mast. There's like one single mast. There you are. Okay. Yes, this one, that one, that one.
We can see the coloring of the actual boat, you know, and the coloring of the skin of those humans. and we have the white garment, the clothing, the clothing. You know what I'm saying? So when we compare that with the skin, now who sees red in their skin? You know, it's a wrap. So what they're gonna do, those chief ex pseudos and followers, they're just gonna go around in different circles, you know,
Yes.
and flock together as pseudos.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's all they're gonna do. You know, and I'm
You
happy I'm happy because it's a new day now. It's a new day now.
right.
You guys are lame. Chief X, you are lame. Your followers are lame. You guys are nowhere to be seen. Cowards,
Yes. It's time
pseudos.
now for us to separate the sheep from the wolf pack, unfortunately, and just so we can remain sane and keep ourselves safe, because you're going to be doing yourself no favors by believing in such nonsense. And if you even went to the enemy and showed him this, he would just laugh at you, and he's got no use for you himself. So it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And unfortunately, Shaka, the only thing I'm upset with you is that now I can't get any trainers anymore. I can't find any Nike trainers. They've all been sold out.
Why?
Because they bought all the trainers because they're running away from you.
They are running.
You get me? They're
No
running.
more trainers. Now in America,
There's
they
no
say
more trainers.
sneakers. No more sneakers available. No more
Yeah,
sneakers
they're running.
available because Chief X and his team, they bought them all.
Yes, sir. There's a drop. You know, the profits are high. Yes, they're running. Track field. Zip it down. All right, Shaka. Salute. True peace, my brother. Keep up the good work, my
Yes,
brother.
brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Respect.
All right.
Yeah, yes, man. Respect, King. Yes, King.
Okay. Come on now. Chief X and his followers, whoever disagrees when we say that the ancient Egyptians were black, those are original artifacts on the screen. You want to talk about hair? You want to talk about DNA? You want to say that they were red like the Riparianites? You are welcome. You have the right to disagree. The link is in the chat. That's the link to get on the panel at the bottom. Get on the panel, but use a webcam. You know, we're in the real world now. You know, the pseudo followers of Chief X, for the most part, they are anonymous and unidentified, too scared to reveal themselves. You know, some white supremacists are happy to have some pseudo clowns like that. So they don't make a fool of themselves publicly. They send those clowns, right? And once again, for the most part, they are in the chat and in the comments. You know, Chief X, where are you? Come on now, you guys have the smoke in the chat and the comments. See, they're so scared, they're not even in my chat. For those who don't know, the chat is open to everybody. You just have to be a subscriber. That's all. Doesn't cost a thing. It takes a click. Just hit the button, the mouse button. That's all. So you guys, it's obvious that you guys are just too scared, too pseudos, too lames, too confused to get on the panel. Why don't you just holler in the chat? Come on now. Thank you. I'm thanking you, Chief X and your pseudo followers, for showing to the whole world that it's a wrap. It's a done deal. You guys are dumb. It's a wrap. You guys are lame. You guys cannot stand the heat, so you're getting out of the kitchen. You had a good run. It's over now. It's over now. Shaka Ndugu Kemet Maat Forever has retired you. I have retired you guys. Chief X, this is your retirement. You can talk about other topics, but ancient Egypt, I mean, you're free to talk about anything you want, but you're making a fool of yourself. You want to count how many we have on the screen, Chief X? If you show me 10, like him. Come on now. Chief X, Chief X followers, where are you? I am thanking you. It's a done deal. Now, even the pseudo killers, where are they? They were alive. Unc Bobby Banger, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was talking about my intervention on Sheffrin's panel. And, he didn't know, or acting like he didn't know my name. Unc said it. They didn't play anything, did they? When you show them the artifact, it's a wrap. So I'm going to try to talk about culture. You want to talk about the culture of these artifacts? You want to talk about the culture of the black coloring of these artifacts? Those are not gods. It's a wrap. It's a done deal. Thank you. You guys are so pseudos, so weak. I'm by myself. Nothing scripted. Nothing scripted. And I've been like that for years. I gave you guys that work. You guys are scared, running, cowards, pseudos, confused, bad eyesight. And what's sad is that you guys are fake. Pseudo killers, Chief X and his followers, you guys know you are fake. You guys know that you are liars. Why don't you call the NASA scientists a blackologist? Why don't you call Stuart Tyson Smith a blackologist? You guys are fools. Now you want to tell me those people on the screen are not black? You really want to go there? Well, be my guest. You know damn well you'll make yourselves look like fools to say that. That's why you went there. It's a reality check. 2024, you guys can get out of the picture. Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop has been vindicated 50 years after the 1974 Cairo Symposium.
We're reading from left to right. Those first three signs represent the group Kemet. And it comes from the word Kem, which means black. So Kemet means literally that which is black. And generally speaking, this word classically refers to Egypt as being the black land. And then the three signs you have, the seated man, the seated woman, and those three strokes that look like the number one. Those three strokes together is sort of the designation for plural. So the man and the women and the three strokes would be like meaning generically people. So if you read this would look like a writing for the black people.
Okay.
Or those who are black, referring to a group of people. And if you wanted to write a word that meant those who are black, referring to people, this is how you would write it. The question I have is whether this is actually something that it would appear on an ancient Egyptian text, or whether this is something somebody has composed in using Egyptian hieroglyphs that is not actually from an ancient Egyptian text.
My name is Shakandugu Kemet. The YouTube account is Maat Forever. I'm saying the ancient Egyptians were black. Demonstration beats conversation. I have demonstrated, I've shown the artifacts. Most part from museums. Those that are not in museums are where they originated, where they were created. In the tombs or temples in Egypt. Artifacts, archaeology, records, data. Yes. Demonstration beats conversation. But we have some fools who say, no, those are not black people. Some fools who say, oh, those are red. Chief X is a clown and his followers are clowns. I said it. Where are they? So let them know in your own time. They can holler at me anytime. Catch me live. They know I'm live now. They're watching right now. They've been watching. They're on the phone. Oh, what do we do? You know, they're going to try to look for something. They ain't getting nowhere. Those are just a few artifacts. Iki Burale wrote Chief X is clown who screeches if you disagree with him. He wrote he, but he probably meant he. See, on the screen, those are artifacts housed in museums. Demonstration beats conversation. They know what's up. They run and hide when they hear my name. They know what's up. So all you Chief X follower clowns, better watch out. Better watch what you say. Like Tupac said, watch your mouth. Go ahead and try to impress, those uninformed people, those who never seen those artifacts. Many have never seen those artifacts. Chief X went live for 1 hour. The nerves to put my name and type in debunk. Did you see him debunking me? This is so ridiculous and it's amusing. Thank you, Chief X, and your clown followers, showing the world that you guys are pseudos. Fiki Barali wrote, I just discovered your channel. It's really good. And that's what's up. And more people will know. And more people will know. Andrea Burnett is in the place to be. How you doing, Sister Hotep?
I'm doing well, Shaka. How are you?
Oh, I'm chilling. It's been a long time, sister.
Yeah, so I see you still laying that axe to the root of the tree, huh?
Yes.
I see. Yeah, you done chop that tree down. And I mean, you can only chop it down once, but some people aren't convinced that it's chopped down yet, so they got to keep trying. But you keep doing what you're doing, man. I don't know what it's gonna take for people to throw the white flag, but I mean, sometimes you just have to admit defeat whether you like it or not, right? It just goes. You just have to do that just to have peace of mind, But you just keep doing what you're doing. I know I for one appreciate what you're doing, and so you keep doing it. And when when you used to play that game called hide and seek, and it says ollie income free. Oh, come on in, come in. We ain't gonna tag you. You ain't gonna be it. Just come on in, everybody. Come on in. All those who've been out here, trying to push back. Hey, you're giving an opportunity. Come out here and hey, state your case. Ain't nobody gonna fight you. We ain't gonna have no, whatever. But some people just don't have that in them, Shaka. And the gauntlet's been thrown down. I mean, you've done everything. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, to get them to come out, what can you? I mean, you might offer, some money or something. They might show up, but chances are they ain't gonna help you, right? But you go on with your bad self. You've been holding it down, and you've been representing Black people well, our people well, and I do appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot. They are too sick to play hide and seek now. Even hide and seek, they can't play it no more now. Oh my
or maybe
goodness.
they don't maybe they don't know how to get out. They might be lost, Shock. I don't know. Sometimes you can hide something so well you don't know how to find it no more. That I might be the same way. They might be lost in the woods and can't get out. It's just too much. When you've been trying to gloss over and cover up so much, you kind of lose your way along. Kind of lose your place along the way. And sometimes you just got to hear his voice. We're over here. come to the light. Come to the light. But you go on, Shaka. I mean, I'm just so proud of you, and you just do you, don't you? Keep doing it. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate that. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I've been live for an hour, so it's clear that Chief X and his followers are clown and pseudos and lame and scared and ridiculous. If you have any questions, feel free, and then I can call it a day. So feel free if you want to ask some questions. You have the link to get on the panel. You can disagree with me; it's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm very comfortable, because I've been dealing with scholarship for a long time. So and as you can see, and nobody try to give me no smoke because they know better.
So what color are they saying these people are supposed to be in this picture? What color are they supposed to be? What?
Well,
Are they supposed to
Chief
be
X
white people?
said that they are Caucasians. He said the ancient Egyptians are Caucasians. From pre-dynastic time until today, the modern Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. The pseudo-Kilos, they sell almost everything. With Jau, the Riparianite, he says that 99% of the artifacts they were painted red.
That don't look red to me at all.
Doesn't look red to me either,
No, I mean, unless my older eyes are failing me, they don't look painted red at all. I mean, whatever. Okay, I mean that was a good try though. I mean, you have to look really hard. I don't see nothing. I mean, seriously. It's shameful that we don't want to acknowledge our own history. It's shameful. I mean, we over the years they've been trying to take everything that had anything to do with us to make them trying to make it disappear. And I mean, if it weren't for people like you and some of the others who've gone on before you and those who are here, if it wasn't for that, then we'd be in a whirlwind of mess, right? We should want to know this stuff. Why would we want to give it credence and credit to somebody else? That's just mind-boggling to me, right? So anyway.
Then we have some Caucasians, who are part of some organization called Black Hebrew Israelites. Doesn't make that make sense. Now those guys are red, those guys are not black, right? But you have some Caucasians part of Black Hebrew Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
This is so amazing.
Yeah, and the thing is like when Jade was on there earlier, and he said when you go along with the Jesus thing, and people saying, well, what difference does it make what color he was? Well, what difference it makes is that you all went through the efforts to make him white, when doggone well it's an impossibility to be in that part of the world at that time, to be that color in that part of the world. So if you didn't want to make him, if it wasn't important, you wouldn't have gone through all the efforts to make him white. Y'all did that. We didn't do that. So that would be my answer to that person. Like, what's everything? Well, it made a difference to those of you who wanted to make it a difference, right? It didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference until y'all made it that way. So why you hollering? What difference does it make now? Now it doesn't make a difference because it's been found out that what you've been saying is a lie. So now what difference does it make? That's easy to say now, but you damn sure weren't saying it for 400 years. You weren't saying that, Jesus was white. I don't care what you say. You have to go through this white man to get saved and all that. You were saying you didn't, you weren't fighting against it then, but you're damn sure doing it now. So did it matter or didn't it matter? Because it sure mattered for 400, 500, 600 years, however long it took for all this information to come out. So, here we are in the last, 50, 60 years that, they've been debunking that along the way. And folks say, I can't, what are you hollering about? I can't believe, you ought to believe it now, because y'all know damn well ain't no blonde hair, blue eyed white man gonna be up in no Black Egypt. Ain't happening. So that's what I ask. They don't get away with that. What difference does it make? Well, we're gonna tell you what difference it made because it made a difference to you for a long time. And so, anyway, that's that one. Hi, Jade, wherever you're at. Hey, buddy.
You know, in general history of Africa, volume 2, that's where we have the talking about the ancient Egyptians, you know, and TU and so on, you know. I've documented that already, you know. I have video, you know, Sheikh Anta Diop was right and so on. But anyway, in the report, you know, the summary from the symposium in Cairo 1974, there's a mention, and you know what, I'm just going to show it now. You see, this is nice. This is nice. I want people to see that. Hope he did not delete. Well, it's okay. Even if he deleted it, it's okay. Good. Now, I did not read the rest of the comment, but that's my post. You see, I tagged all those people, right? Is it sharing well? Yes, it is. I tagged all those people, right? And this is the comment that he left. I only saw the beginning. Armchair Philosopher is one of the number one groupie of Chief X. A real punk sucker groupie, you know, butt kisser. He wrote, Shaka Dudu is pathetic. Instead of taking on Chief X head on, he goes the cry bully route and tries to troll all Chief X's followers. What a sad, weak move. Shaka doesn't have the nuts to go on Chief X's live, but we're supposed to all run over to his channel for a Blackology rap battle? Law. Now, you idiot. Who is it here? Chief X07, you dummy? Chief X came on my panel. We agreed to have a dialogue. Then he ran. You know, so you better look for a better person to follow, just for the record. You know what I'm saying?
And he called you Shaka Doodoo.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, so we know where that comes from, right?
Yeah. You know, he has no problem with the, you know, the rapists and the child molesters who are promoted over there. You know, that doesn't bother him. But I'm going to show you. So, General History of Africa, Volume 2 is available free of charge on the UNESCO website. So here, I'm sharing the website. I'm showing the link in the chat. General History of Africa. I'm going to put Volume 2. Volume 2. Boom. You have it in the chat. Okay? So, it larger. And of course, you can download it. You can download the PDF version. Well, actually, it's opening in new. It's opening in so. Oh no! Hold on, wrong one. There it is. So you have a Sheikh Anta Diop's chapter. Okay, if you go to contents, chapter 1, origin of the ancient Egyptians, Sheikh Anta Diop. Okay, and here, just before chapter 2, Pharaonic Egypt, we have annexed to chapter 1, report of the symposium on the peopling of ancient Egypt and the deciphering of the Meroitic script. Okay, good. Now, when you click on it, you have the name of the people who participated in that symposium, right? And the symposium, for those who wonder, first took place from the 28th of January until the 31st for the peopling of ancient Egypt. And then there was the deciphering of the Meroitic script that took place from the 1st to the 3rd of February 1974. So here we have the name of the participants, okay? Professor Abdelgadir M. Abdallah, Sudan. Professor Abu Bakr from the Arab Republic of Egypt. Mrs. N. Blanc, France. Professor F. De Bono, Malta. Professor J. Davis, France. Professor Sheikh Anta Diop, Senegal. Professor Galab, Arab Republic of Egypt. Professor El Habashi, Arab Republic of Egypt. Professor R. Holthauer, Finland. Mrs. J. Gordon Jacquet, United States of America. Professor S. Hussein, Arab Republic of Egypt. Professor Kaiser, Federal Republic of Germany. Professor G. Leclan, France. Professor G. Mokhtar, Arab Republic of Egypt. Professor R. L. Nadouri, Arab Republic of Egypt. Professor Theophado Benga, People's Republic of the Congo. Professor S. Sonoron, France. Professor T. Save Oderberg, Sweden. Professor P. L. Shiny, or Shini, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, Canada. And Professor J. Vecoulter, France. Okay? Now, I'm doing a search. I have the note here. I have the notes here. I want you to see that. So right there, it is page 66. Okay, we can all see it at the bottom of the screen. And here it says, rejecting the opposing theory referred to by Professor Vercouter in his report concerning the peopling of Egypt during the pre-dynastic period. Professor Diop stated that the 33% of white Egyptians with a fairly dark or even black pigmentation were in fact black, as were the 33% of half castes, adding the last 33% of the population mentioned by Dr. Masoulad and admitted to be black. Professor Diop expressed the opinion that the population of Egypt as a whole was black throughout the pre-dynastic period. And after that, going to be page 67. Well, the next page. See that? Bottom left corner. I'm sorry, bottom right corner, page 67. Now it says, none of the participants explicitly voiced support for the earlier theory concerning a population which was white with a dark, even black pigmentation. There was no more than tacit agreement to abandon this old theory. So this is on the UNESCO website. There was a theory of white people with a dark and even a black pigmentation. And Dr. Diop touched on that in his writing. Basically, they were talking about white people with black skin. Make that make sense. And in 2024, you have the Riparianites represented mainly by Ujau. And we heard Ujau talking about red skin, red pigmentation, red color. At some point, some people will make sense and say that we have to reject that former theory of red ancient Egyptians, but they are holding on to that for financial reason, because they have a theory, they have an agenda, and eventually we can already discard Chief X's weird, ridiculous claim that the ancient Egyptians were Caucasians from pre-dynastic time until today. See, others, they will argue that, okay, they were mixed. You know, they were multi-ethnic, you know. But Chief X, no. Caucasians. I played him. He is on tape. So sad. So sad.
Well, I don't know what it's gonna take for people to come to that. I guess they feel like they got enough information to what they claim to debunk you, but it's not you. It's not just you. It's not just you that they're claiming to debunk. It's all the other people who are saying the same thing you said, and Sheikh Anta Diop said. So, guess all y'all must be lying.
It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. The pseudo killers. One of them said they did not call themselves black. We have so many records. We have James P. Allen in his Middle Egyptian, who translated Henry the Kem as Henry the Black. We have Sunshine in the place to be. Peace to you. Anybody want to get on the panel? Feel free. You may have questions. You may have statements. You may agree. You may disagree. Whether you disagree or you agree, feel free. I don't mind if you agree, but if you disagree, you are welcome also.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody wants to show some support, well, this is the Cash App and this is a PayPal. I've been doing scholarship for years, and you can see they are nowhere to be found because they know better. Cash App, $ Maat Forever, PayPal.me/Maat Forever. But if you want to say what's up, if you want to ask a question, if you want to make a statement, then put the link to get on the panel. Because by this point, it's been an hour. It's clear that Chief X and his groupie, weird, weak, coward followers are not going to show up,
No, Shaka, I think you can say that's not gonna happen. I think you can say that.
The same for the Riparianites, they've seen what happened to their, number one or number two, we all seen what happened, But anyway, it's documented. It's a matter of public record, you know what I'm saying? It's just sad.
Yeah.
Vicky Borelli wrote the cocos or chocolate theory was the curse of Ham theory. They flipped. Well, they're gonna say no, we're not going there. I mean, how many people do we have? We have Garfield Reed, we have the pseudo killers, we have Chief X and his groupie followers. We have a fair bit of people denying that the ancient Egyptians were black, and on the screen we have ancient Egyptians. Now, let me see the participation in the chat. Those ancient Egyptians on the screen, and for those who just arrived recently, we have the references for all the artifacts on the screen. They are on my slides, so you can go back. On the screen, are they black? Yes or no? You can type in black or not black. Feel free. I'm waiting. RP is the place to be. She wrote severe self-hate. It is severe self-hate. I agree. It's severe self-hate. And it's based on propaganda. Just because they don't like somebody, just because they disagree with somebody, then they're going to deny reality. Reggie congratulated Chief X after Chief X said that the ancient Egyptians were Caucasians from pre-dynastic time just because he disagreed with me. Make that make sense. So come on now in the chat.
Well,
Okay,
you're the
she will come in.
standards.
Yeah, in 15 minutes, RP will join us. That's beautiful. Now, come on now in the chat. Black or not black, on the screen, those people that you are seeing right now, for those who don't know, they are ancient Egyptians. Black or not black, feel free in the chat. Come on now. If Chief X followers were there, they will all be putting not black in the chat. But they will not say that on the panel. They don't want to make a fool of themselves to the fullest. Some of you may wonder, well, why does Chief X make these arguments? Because he gets financial support for being a fool online. That's why he does it.
Yeah, I'm here, Shock. I'm trying to clean and be on here at the same time.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to hear from my piece. I haven't streamed really much lately, and you know, it's good to hear from the peeps. And you know, that Chief X video came on my feed. You know, he's acting like he's debunked me. It's so funny. I don't think I ever. I mean, how many times does somebody make a video and put somebody's names and put that and write that this person is debunked, and you don't even see any refutation? This guy did not debunk me. He did not refute me. And
Just clickbait.
oh my, well, you know,
That would be clickbait, wouldn't it?
yeah, I guess you can call it that, but it's so funny. It's so sad. It's so sad. But once again, like that guy, armchair philosopher, it's great that you show to the world how much of a fool and a sucker and a coward you and all the people who think like you is. I mean, you and all the people who think like you are. Because you know, armchair philosopher, you are a fool, coward, punk, pseudo, ridiculous dude. You know that. Now, let Chief X know. Let all your homies know. It's a new day. It's a new day. RP is going to join us soon.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, any statements, feel free. And even in the chat, you know, the chat is open to subscribers. You know, all you have to do is subscribe. That's all.
Any word back on your essay?
Not yet. It's gonna be. Actually, it should be tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I should know. You know, my grade. But the most important really is with the other work. You know, whether I pass or not. Basically, it's just, you know. So it's my second year, and if I pass, then I only have one more year, you know, to finish this 3-year course, you know. Awesome. But I wouldn't mind the support, brothers and sisters, you know, because the third year, I'm just going to show it so people know that I'm not making that up. Now, Fiki Burali wrote, they are ancient Northeast Africans, not black. Okay, so you have the opinion that those people on the screen are not black. All right, I heard. Sounds funny to me. Okay. Now, so you can see it's 3 years. And fees. $2,600 per annum. Now this is GBP, Great British Pound. If you convert that to dollars, GBP to USD, you will see that this is about what, $3,300. See that? $3,300. So if I pass, that's how much I'm gonna have to pay for the last year. Just for the record. Something to drink. I'll be right back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play after the vindicated again.
We're reading from left to right. Those first three signs represent the group Kemet, and it comes from the word Kem, which means black. So Kemet means literally that which is black. And generally speaking, this word classically refers to Egypt as being the black land. And then the three signs you have, the seated man, the seated woman, and those three strokes that look like the number one. Those three strokes together is sort of the designation for plural. So the man and the women and the three strokes would be like meaning generically people. So if you read this would look like a writing for the black people.
Okay.
Or those who are black, referring to a group of people. And if you wanted to write a word that meant those who are black, referring to people, this is how you would write it. The question I have is whether this is actually something that it would appear on an ancient Egyptian text, or whether this is something somebody has composed in using Egyptian hieroglyphs that is not actually from an ancient Egyptian text.
All right, so Smash, you see, that's going to be played. You could chop that up and say, hey, I got him. Look, I got a scholar that agree with me. Well, you will see what happened after that. But anyway, it is what it is.
Now, Vicky wrote, ancient Egyptians had nothing to do with Dravidians who are black by skin color too. So Fiki Burale, what is their skin color? Those people on the screen right now. Feel free now. I'm waiting for RP, otherwise I would have called it a day. Oh my goodness. You see it coming in, RP? Vicky answered they vary from brown to black. I don't understand why you wrote they are ancient Northeast Africans, not black. That was 7 minutes ago. 7 minutes ago, you wrote that they were not black. 7 minutes later, you wrote they vary from brown to black. So if they vary from brown to black, it means that some of them are black. Those are your words, not mine. But it's all good. Anybody want to get on the panel, feel free. RP will join us in a few minutes. Anybody else is welcome. Chat or on the panel. Whoever wants to get on the panel, you have to use a webcam. RP will be there in 7 minutes. Okay, I'm waiting. Aki wrote, nobody is related or descended from ancient Egyptians or the Kemetic people. How do you know? Are you a mind reader, or you can guess, you can see things like, you have some special powers? Nobody is related or descended from ancient Egyptians. So they just disappeared? They did not move, they did not travel? Okay. Go ahead, feel free in the chat, You also said that nobody is related or descended from the Arabs of the 7th century. Islam was brought forth, you say that nobody is related or descended from the Hebrews, the Israelites, the followers of Yahweh or Yahoo, followers of the law of Moses or Moshe, the Tanakh, the Torah. Are you going to say that nobody is related or descended from the followers of Yeshua, Christos? When it's time to say that nobody is related or descendant, it's the ancient Egyptians. But people are free, it's all good. We have the right to disagree. We will never agree on everything. Jade wrote, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Chief X, where are you? We've got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Chief X, where are you? We need some lies from you now. Vicky wrote, tell us who are the descendants of the Kemetic people then? Interesting question. I did not claim that nobody is descended from them. Now, what will be good is if they will do some DNA testing from way more mummies that they have. I have shown a PhD. If it wasn't this live stream, it was the previous one, which was today. And if I'm not mistaken, he said that they took DNA from 16 mummies. 16. Diop, and I think you will find that in General History of Africa Volume 2, but I have already shown when he wrote that he begged the authorities of Egypt to have some sample, and I think it was like 1 millimeter square, but he begged them to do some melanin dosage test. So we may find out. If I'm not mistaken, Soikita did some DNA, analysis, right? Here is the people's favorite, Wikipedia. This is the entry for Tutankhamun, right? And if you go to genealogy and population affinities, it's basically family, right? Is it sharing? Yes, it is. Second paragraph, it says in 2022, Soy Kita, S-O-Y, Kita, analyzed 8 short tandem loci or Loki, I'm not sure if you pronounce it Loci or Loki, STR data originally published by Hawass and al. In studies from 2010 and 2012, the first of these studies had investigated familial relationships among 11 royal mummies of the New Kingdom, which included Tutankhamun and Amenhotep III, as well as potential inherited disorders and infectious diseases. The second of these studies, described above, had investigated the Y haplogroups and genetic kingship of Ramesses III and an unknown man buried along with him in the royal cache at Dar el-Bahari. Keita analyzed the STR data from these studies using an algorithm that only has 3 choices: Eurasians, Sub-Saharan Africans, and East Asians. Using these 3 options, Keita concluded that the majority of the samples had a population affinity with Sub-Saharan Africans in one affinity analysis. However, Keita cautioned that this does not mean that the royal mummies lacked other affiliations, which he argued had been obscured in typological thinking. Keita further added that different data and algorithms might give different results, reflecting the complexity of biological heritage and the associated interpretation. So based on this, some people will answer your question by Sub-Saharan Africans are descendants of the Kemetic people. Vicky wrote, you can silence anybody, including Chiefs, by telling him who are the custodians of Kemet. Now it's a different thing. First you ask for descendant, now you're saying custodians. It will probably be subjective to say who are the custodians.
Well, we know who isn't, right? We know it. We know it's not the people who have them in those museums. We know it's not them, right? But they want to be. You know, they've taken all kind of artifacts and stuff away from the land that it came from because they know that they're not. You know, and when people ask for it back, give it back to our country. You know, oh, we're the better custodians of these artifacts. No, they're just making money off of it. That's all.
A lot of money. RP, are you still coming? You said 7 minutes, 11 minutes ago. And, you know, I don't want you to rush. You know, I have time, but, you know, just want to make sure. So, Fiki, have you heard about Soy Kita? What do you think about what was written? Now, the link that they are giving, it may be a bit long in the chat. Well, it does fit. It does fit. So you have that link, you know, the note or footnote 35, you know, on Wikipedia leads to that article right there. You have it in the chat. RP wrote, yes, laptop issues. Okay. Vicky wrote, Africa has over 2,000 tribes. Which tribe is the direct descendants of the Kemetic people? I cannot tell you that. As Soikita, as geneticists, as the Egyptian government to allow DNA testing for more than 16 mummies. Ask them to allow DNA testing with mummies, from the southern part of Egypt, what used to be called what is called Upper Egypt, when it comes to the field of Egyptology, I guess it's not impossible to find out, but is there a will? Are people willing for the world to find out?
So I have a question,
I'm sorry. Let me just say this, Sister Andrea Burnett. If people take a DNA test today, they will be told which ethnic group or tribe they descend from. Go ahead, Sister Andrea Burnett.
So my question would be, if those were those people's artifacts, why would they be digging them up? If those mummies and all that belonged to them, do you honestly believe that they would go in there and allow people to exhume all of those mummies like that? I don't believe that would be happening. Right? Does that make sense to you? That they have to make that make sense to me. Would you allow somebody to raid the you know what I'm saying?
Some people have made the argument, but some may disagree, but what's for sure is that when it comes to science, DNA is an interesting question, and it's not difficult to find out. It should be relatively easy to find out,
Yeah, but do they have any artifacts from do they have artifacts, or have they dug up the graves of all the Romans that they said existed and all that? Do they have any of that? I mean, I haven't heard anybody say that they've done any archaeological digs for those people. Had they gone down to?
We have remains of Romans, or let's say during the late period, yeah, there are artifacts in museums, indeed, yes. They are,
okay, because I was talking about the ones who they give credit to for all the things they said they discovered and invented. Are they out there? I mean, the guys who went to Egypt and learned what they learned, have their skeletal remains been found?
Well, if it's like Herodotus, and Pythagoras, not to my knowledge, no, I don't think we have any remains.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
How are you?
Yeah. ARP again, sister.
If it speaks, yes.
Well, now that she's on, I'm going to back out. Now that she's up here, I'm going to back off and finish my cleaning.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming through.
You're welcome.
The RP, Hotep Senate E, you're on mute. I don't know if you can hear me. You can hear me? You're on mute. Okay.
All right.
How are you, sister? Oh, I don't hear you now. I heard you first when you said all right, but now I don't hear you.
Test.
Oh, now I hear you.
Okay.
What? Let me.
You can hear me now.
How are you?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the volume is a bit low, but it's okay. I've reduced the music volume, so and I put my earset volume up. So feel free to speak, sister.
I had a mic issue earlier. I'm trying to fix it. Let me see.
Can you hear me okay?
I can. Test.
Well, I hear you fine. I hear you fine. Actually, my earpiece volume was a bit low, so I hear you well now.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting thing that just came up about the artifacts in other people's museums. I I find it interesting because to me, it's not just the issue of them making money off of these African artifacts and then claiming that they're better off in the museums because they're making money. I think something that should be considered is they also don't want to give it back because their theft has in turn added a value. It's ironic, but it's added a value to these items that I'm not saying it wasn't there before, but it's a different type of value. You have commercial value versus like the value of being inherited something, right? Like being given these things from ancestors and knowing that it has value for those reasons to help you understand your heritage and legacy. But these people have slapped a dollar value on things that are from areas that they've depleted. Okay, they've done things to massacre people in these areas. They've done things to cause like tribalism in these areas. They've done things to cause countries within the same continent to bicker, fight, and you know, it's calamity. And these are, in other words, impoverished people. And they're impoverished, and yet there's this wealth that has come from this area at the same time. One of the things of value that precludes to wealth being these artifacts. So, in other words, it's like they're saying you're going to steal your stuff and do something with it that you shouldn't do, so we can't give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just something I think about. And just because I don't want to say too much more because I don't want to get mixed up with my words, but that's what I see.
I hear you, sister. And I just want to respond to that. Fiki wrote DNA goes back only 500 years. Now, what I'm going to do is show the article about the Shroud of Turin from Encyclopedia Britannica. I'm going to share the link in the chat. There it is. The link is in the chat. Now, oh, I think it was carbon dating. Okay, that's different. That's different. But if I go back to the article about Tutankhamun, we have dates of rulers. So family, okay. So the rulers for the record, it says here in 2022, Soikita analyzed H short tandem loci STR. When you click on it, right? Forensic uses STR analysis is a tool in forensic analysis that evaluates the specific STR regions found on nuclear DNA. Okay? And we are told from that data originally published by Hawass and al. In studies from 2010 and 2012, the first of these studies had investigated familial relationships among 11 royal mummies of the New Kingdom, which included Tutankhamun and Amenhotep III. Okay? So Tutankhamun lived around 1300 BCE. We are in 2000. AD or CE of the Common Era. So that's 3,000 years ago. How can DNA go back only 500 years? When they did some studies dealing with DNA of Tutankhamun, who lived 3,000 years ago. Anyway, feel free, sister.
So I admitted on V Bennett's stream that I don't know enough about ancient anthropology and archaeology and stuff. So that STR testing, that must be how they're able. Is it something simple? Can you explain it to me how it works? That's what I'm trying to get to.
I will not be able to explain to you how it works.
Mhm.
Like, that's not my lane. But the
Okay.
people's favorite Wikipedia, um, that's what they said here. STR is going to be down. Short tandem low C. Actually, STR stands for short tandem repeat. But I think it's going to be very technical if we go over that. I think people who deal with biology and they will be more comfortable. So I encourage people to have a look at this if they want to. I think it's going to be very technical. Well, Sister RP seems to be a bit busy.
Okay. No. I just had to step away because I got this water fountain for the me use, and it's making so much noise. I got to refill it. I had to go get some water real quick. But so what is the point of contention at the moment? Because I was out. I had to look for something, and it took me a while to get back. But there's obviously a disagreement about something. So, okay, Chief X, catch me up now. What's the disagreement?
Well, just for the record, we have this person who never wants to use his webcam.
Afford it.
Can you? Okay, can afford it. Okay, whenever you can afford it, let me know. So some of you know him, you know his voice. Now, to answer Sister RP's question, Chief X said that the ancient Egyptians were Caucasians from pre-dynastic time until today. He said that the modern Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. So this means that those people that we are looking at on the screen right now, who are ancient Egyptians, then they are Caucasians. So this is a ridiculous claim. Private chat. Okay. Now, so is that simple? Then we have some riparian art called Wujao who said that on 99% of the artifacts, the ancient Egyptians painting themselves, red. That they use a red coloring to paint themselves. Those don't look red to me. So we have the pseudo killers, who, for a fair bit of them, if not most of them, also are of the opinion that the ancient Egyptians are not black. Faki wrote, these artifacts have zero value to 95% of Africans because they are Muslims and Christians who believe the ancient Egyptians were evil pagans who enslaved Jews. I really don't understand this sentence right here. I really don't understand. But maybe he meant to African. I'm sorry, sister. Go ahead, sister.
I would ask, what's the relevance to, if that is in fact a truth or a fact, what is the relevance to the artifacts not being African people? Like, what is that?
Is that question is towards me or towards the Fiki?
Yeah, to the person that said that, I was wondering what's the relevant, because the overarching thing is they're either Caucasoids or African people. But what that statement was saying okay, it doesn't have value. I'm sure there are things that don't have value to some Native American peoples here in America that did at one point in time, but that doesn't negate if it's an artifact or not per se. So
Yeah,
what's the relevance, I'm asking?
I don't even know. But I think he meant two Africans rather than off. These artifacts have zero value to 95%. Uh, okay, well, maybe, okay. I get what he means now, but what difference does it make? It doesn't make a difference, But because, who believe the ancient Egyptians were evil pagans who enslaved the Jews. Believing is not knowing. And I've been dealing with history. I've been dealing with facts, basically, you see. So, believe something else. Some people believe that there was a burning bush. Some people believe that the sea parted in two and Moses and his people walked between the sea or the water, and then Pharaoh and his army went behind them, and then they drowned in the water. You know what I'm saying? They believe that a man walked on water, multiplied bread and fishes, and walked, resurrected a girl, resurrected Lazarus. When he died, he resurrected 3 days later, and then he had a speech in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people, and then he went up in the sky. You know what I'm saying? So people are free to believe what they want. Jade wrote Chief X is space savers doing half price on telescopic lens reading glasses. Anyway, Sister RP, feel free if you have any questions or comment. Feel free.
Well, so the chief X person, has he been able to visit the museums like the same as you?
I really don't know. He's doing that for money. He's getting some, some donation from people who are happy to have a black person making these claims. A fair bit of, North Africans or Berbers, some Egyptians, have used some of his videos. You know what I'm saying? Because people like him like to use the term blackologist. Wujao also uses the term blackologist, but once again, I've shared the link to a NASA scientist who said that the ancient Egyptians are black Africans. They don't call him a blackologist. Dr. Tyson Stewart Smith also, said that the ancient Egyptians were black. They don't call him a blackologist. So it seems like they're using that term towards black people only, like some people use the term Afrocentrist, African centered. That was a bit loud.
I would,
Some
if
people
I,
use,
yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go. Feel free.
I try not to have any emotions about anyone, on the internet that I haven't gotten to meet. From a distance, I've gotten to meet you. And, even with people saying stuff that I don't agree with, that I think is misled, I try not to have too many emotions, but I really do wonder and want to know what's their reason for wanting Kemetic people not to be African people, not to be melanated African people, not Elon Musk Africans. But you know what I'm saying? Because this is an issue. Like, we to the point, we too far in the 22nd millennium to be like a 21st or whichever one we in. I'm just saying, ain't we supposed to be like ascending? Isn't that the fundamentals of Kemetic studies, ascension? Like everything refers to blackness after a while. Like even like I've been understanding, like the capstone was black, and what's the deal here? Like, why is this an aversion?
In my opinion, one of the reasons why we have so many black folks like the pseudo killers, like Chief X and his groupie followers, people who are making crazy, ridiculous claims, and they've been doing that for a while, some for months, some for years. It is because we have a status quo, and the status quo have been to follow Abrahamic belief system and other doctrines, that derive from it or may not necessarily derive from it. But we had Moorish teaching or so-called science. We had some hybrid Islamic path We have Masons, Freemasons, Shriners, um, the Nation of Islam, that have, particular teaching, about a man who was God, but who went to the university in America, called Far Muhammad, and spoke about what, like 16 language. He could either speak or read 16 languages, but he's God, so he doesn't even know all the languages in the world, and he has a mother and father. Some people will criticize Christians for believing in the Trinity, the fact that God have I mean Jesus being God, you know but having a father or having a mother, but anyway, there was a status quo, right? The majority of those people, they're not familiar with ancient Egypt. Now, they're not only unfamiliar with ancient Egypt, but the majority of the people online who talk about Black history are not necessarily familiar with ancient history. They are very familiar with Abrahamic or religious writing. If it's not religious, if it's like some so-called moral science, they have teachings like, black means death, you know, and Jesus taught in India. So it's not factual, it's not historical, you see. So they are a certain age. Many of them are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and they feel like, okay, if they want to learn history, historical facts, then there's a lot of things that they've been teaching. They have to admit, they have to realize that it was not factual. So what are they going to do? Are they going to keep it real? You see, some people were dealing with the Kemetic teachings, bearing Kemetic names, but at some point they realized that they didn't have knowledge about the language, not much language about the knowledge, sorry, about the culture. So they gave that up. They gave that up. You see, so they are rejecting something that they are not familiar with.
I just seen a comment about native.
They're basically, sorry, they're basically taking the easy route. That's what they are doing, but they don't mind the status quo. There's Black Hebrew Israelites who say that they hate Africans publicly. It doesn't bother them, but go ahead, feel free, sister.
I saw a comment when I looked back in the chat about Native Americans valuing their art. I would say, I think African people do too. And that's why they've been asking for their stuff back. You know what I'm saying? I think most people value the art, especially when they've been allowed to maintain and continue to create and keep it themselves. They show that they're good stewards of their own stuff when left alone. Most people show that. And just because something has been stolen doesn't mean it isn't valued. And just because something is stolen, it doesn't mean the person that stole it valued it for the same reasons as the people where it came from. Like, we have to think about those things. A lot of the reason I have an issue with people having shame. It's some sort of shame and fear of, again, Kemetic people being African, Black Africans, because I don't see nobody having dialogue. Well, the ancient Japanese weren't really Japanese, and the people from Tonga weren't really Pacific Islanders. You know that, right? They was really Caucasian. It's only, like, help me understand. We know the place was taken over by white folks. We know that after a while. We know that it was taken over by Arab people after a while, and that there's some sort of collaborative effort between them as far as holding down Black people who are considered directly African, because when you come over in America and you're from the Mediterranean or you're an Arab person, they allow you to be white. So I get that there's a dominance in the present tense, but to add present, what they call presentism, to the past after you can see with your own eyes texture, noses of a certain size, certain lips, and color that literally draws a logical line to other people of similar phenotype. This is just me knowing the little bit I know, and those people happen to be African, Nubian, sub-Saharan, excuse me. Why? I think it's just
It's
to create
ideology. It's ideology, sister.
intellectual fodder.
Ideology. It's like, it's real sad, because those people who made those claims, once again, the pseudo killers, Chief X and his followers, and the repairing unites, and I'm talking about people who deny that the ancient Egyptians are black, and we have them on the screen right now. They claim to deal with science. That's sister. I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to go in, because I when I start going in, people be crying. But thank you, sister. Feel free if you want to make some closing remarks, sister RP. Okay, maybe RP is busy now. Fiki wrote. I may have made a mistake earlier. I may have said Faki, but it was on purpose. Now, Fiki wrote, "You believe the Kemetic were black?" No, I don't believe. I see them, right? And yourself, in your own words, you said that they range from brown to black. But anyway, why are you refusing them saying Hebrews were black or Arabs were black? Do you believe that the Hebrews are black? There were no Hebrews in Kemet, not to my knowledge. Do we have any records of Hebrews in Kemet? Now, the inhabitants of Palestine, we have some artifacts showing them, we have some records, and I've been dealing with that for years. Not just Palestine, but the Levant. We have artifacts. We have the pictures of them, So they were not black, and I've dealt with that for years, But feel free, Sister RP, if you want to make some closing remarks. I'm going to call it a day.
I want to apologize if I took too long. Sorry.
No,
but,
it's okay. Don't worry, sister. Don't worry.
Well, shout out to Miss Andrea again. I don't know, well, that's good. Thank you. I just don't know after a while, because I'll just say this without being long-winded. Everyone in these schools, I'm in America, so I'm talking from an American perspective. When I see these children in school, and when they are given a little glimpse into the ancient past, they're given China, they're given some Japanese stuff, some, a little bit of Native stuff that's a little more recent, obviously Native American. But they're given Greek stuff and nothing from Africa, nothing. And it's like, damn, let us have it. And it's not just let us have it because we're desperate. Let us have it because it's written in the stone, like Earth, Wind, and Fire says. It's in the stone. These are Black people. These are African people. They are not white. They're not Arab, and there's no shame in that. If anything, stand tall and be proud. It's our heritage. I'm glad that I came from that. I'm certainly happy. Look at this. There was a time I was walking around with weaves and this and that. I told somebody one day, sometimes I go out of here with my hair as nappy as I can get it, to be defiant, because I'm everything they want to be and everything they can't stand at the same time. And I enjoy that because I know the power in that. It helps me. It saved my life. You know what I'm saying? So let us be who we are, and let the ancestors be who they are. so these kids can know who they are, because they ain't getting it from nowhere. And if we in denial, then we might as well give up. We might as well let them have it. Say, y'all win. We niggas. You know, we ain't even black no more. We just niggas. We ain't got no history. Y'all do what y'all want, because we just out here bad. You know, fatherless and motherless children. I won't do it personally.
We might as well be flat earthers. Flat earthers, sorry. Now, thank you for your closing remarks, Sister RP. Let me just say that this is the reason why I blocked Fiki. He wrote, I believe the Vikings were blue-black like the Dinka. Now, the Dinka is a ethnic group or tribe, in Africa, West Africa. So he wrote once again that he believes the Vikings were blue-black like the Dinka. You know what I'm saying? Then he put that, laughing emoji, and hey, to each his own. He can go and make those statements, on the pseudo killers and Chief X, and the Barian who teach that the ancient Egyptians painting themselves red. Thank you very much, Sister RP. I'm gonna make my closing remarks. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature, though, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue or state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. If you do not think right, you'll not act right. If you know better, you will do better. Do I to the nature? Hotel.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving medical nature classes, and here, that's the flyer. Okay, so those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool, but I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Maat before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more. I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class, and all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Maat Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Maat. Don't forget to share Kemet and Maat on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/maatforever.